to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, my goal is to give you a message that the universe has for you at this very moment. The first thing that I'm going to do is shuffle out one card from the Prisma Visions Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. Whenever I do universe readings here, I do ancestor readings over there. So if you're interested, the link to that is in the description. So, wow. Okay, that's interesting. The only card from this deck is Illumination. So definitely there is something in particular that the universe is really, really wanting to highlight, to shine light on. There's actually a lot of mystery with this reading and like the Illumination card. That card is specific to this Prisma Visions tarot deck. So it's really interesting to see it come out, especially when it usually, it doesn't really come out all that often. For me, it really only comes out whenever something really, really, really important and crucial maybe needs to be highlighted. There could be a sense of urgency here from the universe as well. I also get this feeling that there's something that you're not seeing that the universe wants to help you to see, whether it's about yourself, another person, your situation, whatever. There's just definitely, especially with the question mark at the top of this card, definitely some mystery and definitely a strong tap on the shoulder, I guess you could say. But next I'm going to use these Magical Dog Tarot cards. I just saw 222 to look deeper into this, to kind of get a better idea of what exactly the universe wants to highlight. Okay, we have the Tower. That's really, really interesting. The Tower is all about a breakdown in your foundation, or maybe some aspect of your foundation, but I really feel that the kind of foundational breakdown that's being highlighted right now is internal. There's some rewiring in your brain that you need to do. You need to change your perspective on some things, particularly yourself, the past, what life really is or what it really means. I feel like spirituality could really help lead the way for you or light the way for you. Especially during a time like this. Like, I do feel a lot of fear here. You could be afraid to have this foundational breakdown, but this Illumination card really does highlight that this breakdown is very necessary if you want what you deserve and what you desire out of life. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a very, you might hear a dog barking outside, which is interesting because I'm using the Magical Dogs Tarot right now. So dogs could be significant, some sort of loyalty, maybe particularly to yourself could be significant. The Nine of Wands here is a very resilient card, almost like how hard are you willing to fight for love or the truth? How honest are you willing to be? Honesty is definitely something that's going to offer you more in life. The 9 does make me think that there is something here about your purpose. And the Tower card, I believe it comes down to a 7, and the number 7 for me is always about being in the preparation phase of receiving more. There's definitely an inner journey that you need to initiate. Your mental health is very, very important right now. I really think that that's what the universe is wanting to illuminate for you, that sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. I do get that you are a very strong and very patient person, and it may be frustrating for the universe to be asking for more strength and patience from you, but there's definitely this message here that you have the capacity to embody the level of strength and patience that the universe is asking for you to embody. Your biggest obstacles, it feels like, may be in your own head. Anxieties are very, very significant. Those need to be focused on. Where do you doubt yourself? Where do you underestimate yourself? And how can you trust and believe in yourself more? You may need to learn how to listen to your inner voice and to trust your intuition, which would make sense in some way. The next card we have is the 5 of Pentacles. It's interesting, this dog here is looking over as well. The 5 of Pentacles resembles some sort of material lack. This could be money, any kind of resources, and you're being shown that that material, physical lack is rooted in a mental and emotional lack mentality. I definitely feel that being grateful for what you have more often is important. I do feel called to say that the universe doesn't give more to people who operate from a place of self-destruction because it doesn't want to reinforce those habits. For sure. You definitely need to change your perspective on your situation. Definitely need to be asking yourself, how can you find more patience? I just really think that soul searching or something like that could be very, very significant. If you feel lost in life or confused, look within for your answers. Do you feel like you're where you're meant to be, surrounded by the people that you're meant to be surrounded by, or does it come from a place of people pleasing and self-doubt? For the last card from this deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, this card is all about giving and receiving. I just picked up on the Empress because that card can be about that too. But I feel like this is about giving and receiving to and from yourself. You definitely need to be focused on self-love, on recognizing your worth and what you deserve. You're being reminded that the pain that you carry, the weight, the mental and emotional weight that you carry is packed with wisdom and potential, and how you tap into that wisdom is by changing your perspective on things that you can't control about yourself, about the world, about your past, about whatever. This is a very general reading, so I guess it would make sense. I'm thinking out loud. The 6 on the 6 of Pentacles. The number 6 is that number of unconditional love, which I think is interesting, because if you see 666, usually people think it's something evil or related to the devil, at least the biblical devil. But in spirituality, when you see 666, that could be a message about attachments, about devil type of energy, but it's mostly about unconditional love for yourself. You're definitely way too hard on yourself, and that is putting you in a place in life that you're not meant to be. And to wrap up this reading, I'm going to use the Secrets of Tarot cards to get a few more messages. Dude, the Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, the last couple readings that I uploaded, definitely check out those if you feel called to. The Devil energy, there was devil emojis in it, in the title. Yeah, there's definitely some attachments being highlighted here, some anxieties that need to be released. So I just think there's definitely a need here to really understand where happiness really comes from. It comes from peace, and peace comes from acceptance. So what are you trying to control that you really have no control over? And this could be in a more indirect, kind of discreet way, so definitely dig deep for your answers. I really, like, me personally, my healing journey, I've been on it for a good 3 years. So just know that if you truly want to commit to spirituality, healing, developing your spiritual gifts, it's a long journey, but it's definitely worth it. It's so much more than just the things I mentioned. But the Eight of Swords is so interesting because I just realized this Eight of Swords has a blindfold. I mean, usually they do, right? But remember when I was looking at the illumination card, something that you're not seeing, and this is definitely about yourself and your potential. Just like the world is dualistic, like reality is dualistic, good and bad, dark and light, so are you. You have weaknesses and you have strengths, and you should be more grateful for your strengths. And if there's any weakness that you're not happy with being a weakness, that can always be turned into a strength too, which is interesting because with the Nine of Wands I talked about the universe asking you for more strength and patience. The strength, I'm getting a message about strength, where true strength comes from admitting and accepting within yourself that sometimes you don't have control. You're really being called to trust that everything happens for a reason. There's a much bigger picture at play that has required a lot of strength and a lot of patience, does and will require a lot of strength and patience. It's a collective effort, and your part matters just as much as anyone else's. The Strength card is one that I'm thinking of. Definitely check out the last couple readings if this is really resonating for you. There's definitely some special magical message that wanted to come through for somebody, particularly in the video that's 18 minutes from the last two videos. We have the Queen of Cups. Your more compassionate and grateful side is definitely being highlighted. You have what it takes to overcome your pain. There's just something you're missing. And I feel like it's understanding that you need to change your perspective about yourself to unlock your true potential, to be able to commit to things that you actually want to commit to. This graceful and compassionate energy needs to be balanced out with courage, more courage as well. So definitely be focused on changing, like, how can your fears help empower you instead of make you feel defeated, for sure. And we have the Eight of Cups, which is really interesting. Eight of Wands may be significant, especially if you watched one of those last two videos. I'm not sure which one it's in. Yeah, the universe definitely wants you to be focused on learning new things, especially about yourself getting comfortable with going outside of your comfort zone. I think what you need to walk away from is being attached to your comfort zone. Definitely focus on your anxieties, focus on releasing those and healing. And the last thing that I want to say is that anxiety is not about completely ridding yourself of those uncomfortable feelings. It's normal to feel anxious from time to time. It's about learning how to move forward despite those feelings. So definitely getting this message about finding comfort in your comfort zone. But I'm going to wrap up this reading. If you would like to hit the like button to show me that, that's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Leave any comments if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.